You know, this SmackDown Live gave a lot of middle fingers to us. Because, just like Raw, they have reverted back to, oh, well, you were used to so-and-so being champion, we might give that to you again, at least for the time being. Becky Lynch comes out and she's like, she hasn't been champion since December 2016, which is a long gap. No title match since WrestleMania. Wants to have the honor to walk into Evolution as the SmackDown Women's Champion. Carmella actually comes out and tries to butter everybody up by saying that there's no excuses, that she got beat last week, and she wants to talk about the all-women's pay-per-view, and that went over her head. Yeah, right. I'm not falling for this, and whoever fell for this is just, I'm sorry, you're an idiot. If you thought that Carmella was coming out and being genuine and being serious about what she was saying, of course. She was like, we shouldn't be tearing each other down, we should be building each other up. Bullshit. I'm sorry, you have the title, and that's all that should mean to you. Yeah, kissing up to Becky Lynch the way that she did kind of, you know, it was kind of insulting. She tried to sob and tried to get the WWE fans that were out there at least on her side, or at least to try to feel for her and stuff like that, saying that she was jealous of Becky, she was a part of the Four Horsewomen, and people told her that she would just be a manager and she would never get anywhere, and now she's the women's champion, and now they should be able to just tear the house down and be excited for the all-women's pay-per-view. And a handshake, no, there was no handshake, because James Ellsworth music and Titantron came up. And, of course, he doesn't come out because he's not there anymore, but Becky still fell for it anyway and gets attacked from behind by Carmella. Cue Charlotte. Now, this is what I'm talking about WWE rehashing shit that we were used to at the beginning of the freaking year. Charlotte comes out, saves Becky, and bibbidi bobbidi boo, we have a match between Carmella and Charlotte. And, well, what do you know? If Charlotte wins, it will be a triple threat at SummerSlam, with Charlotte getting the chance of once again being SmackDown Women's Champion. Same old shit. That's basically what it was. So you try to hype up Becky Lynch to this point, and now you're telling us that Becky Lynch is either not worthy for a one-on-one title shot or not convincing enough for a one-on-one title shot, that you have to throw Charlotte in there. Yeah, Charlotte even was like, later on, she was like, I wasn't even sure if I was going to be in SummerSlam or make it to SummerSlam, and now she has a chance for a golden opportunity. But, wow. So we have Alexa Bliss, same old shit, and now we might have Charlotte, which will totally equal the same old shit if she wins at SummerSlam. The Bar versus the New Day. No. The New Day was out doing commentary. They'll face the New Day next week because the Bar actually beat the Usos to qualify for this freaking tag team tournament, and the winners will face the Bludgeon Brothers. Yeah. Alright. So, rehash the feuds between the New Day and the Bar. The New Day versus the Usos would have been nice. But, yeah, I guess WWE figured that we were getting tired of that. Even though that was a good feud and they had good fucking matches. And the Queen is back and she's here to reclaim her throne. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Samoa Joe actually comes out and he says that he has a message for AJ Styles, that he actually respects AJ Styles. He respects the house that he built, making the WWE Championship prestigious again, and he talks about all his sacrifices, including the sacrifices away from his family. And he puts being champion above all else, including his family. Okay, we see where this is going. But Samoa Joe was like, yeah, after I'm done with him, they will have their family back because Joe will be the next WWE champion after he puts him to sleep. Yeah, alright. So we're going here. It's fun. Alright. We know that Samoa Joe and AJ Styles have history beyond the WWE. We already know this. And he actually said that, yes, I've known AJ Styles for a long, long time, because we're not stupid here. And I'm glad that they didn't mention TNA, but we know it was from TNA. So, yeah. Jeff Hardy, he actually says that the United States Championship is a part of his life force. And a part of that was taken from him, so he wants to take it back. And he calls out Randy Orton. Randy Orton actually comes out, and before he gets into the ring to face Jeff Hardy face-to-face, Nakamura attacks from behind and actually does some strong style stuff, knees to guts and so on and so forth. But as he was going for the Kinshasa, Randy Orton stood in front of him and stopped it for a while, for the time being, and then actually ordered him to do it. So, Kinshasa time, and Nakamura leaves, which leaves Jeff Hardy prey to Randy Orton. And he actually was like, yeah, he does his Bill Cosby dance, and he actually prepares for the RKO, but he doesn't do the RKO. He actually just takes his legs and he trips him, and stomps him, and stomps him, and stomps him. Yeah. I know that Randy Orton does this stomp, but it used to be the Garvin stomp when Ron Garvin used to do that. But anyway, he wasn't done there. He gives him a DDT from apron to outside. Well, he gives the DDT from the freaking ropes and the apron, and then puts him on the announcer's table, beats him down, and actually wipes his paint off. Talk about, you have a connection with the WWE Universe. Is this your connection? And he wipes off the paint. So, wow. Becky is not really happy with Charlotte receiving a chance to be in a triple threat match, but she's not going to root against Charlotte either. So, yeah. Selena Vega against Lana. So Selena Vega is not just going to be a valet. She's not going to be just a Miss Elizabeth. She's not just going to be someone that's just going to escort Andrade Cien Almas to the ring. She actually is going to get in there and wrestle. And she did against Lana. And she could barely hold her own against Lana. They're trying to hype up Lana in order to actually be a threat as far as the women division. Don't think so. Because as Lana was kind of getting the upper hand here, Andrade gets on the apron, and well, what do you know? Aiden English comes out, so you already know what's going to happen here. Distraction. Lana gets beat. All right, and problems within the Rusev camp. It's kind of funny how Rusev only got one WWE Championship title match. One. And they're not going back to that anytime soon anyway, even though Rusev Day was over. Way over. But they're not... They didn't have Rusev out there. Aiden English comes in and tries to apologize to Lana. And then Rusev actually shows up, and Lana is like, you know, Lana needed you. You talk about you need space and everything, but yeah, I needed you. Which is actually a freaking good point, because Rusev was like, that would have never happened if I was out there. And it's like, okay, then where the fuck were you? You gave Aiden English and Lana space? That's ridiculous. You knew Lana had this match. Why didn't you fucking show up? Anyway, Daniel Bryan comes out and he talks about the women's evolution, the pay-per-view evolution. He said that he was proud of Brie. And then he talks about last week and what happened last week. He said that whenever we take a couple of steps forward, we take, step back. And he mentions all that shit with The Miz, putting his wife and kid in front of him. Right in front of him, because he knows that one-on-one, Daniel Bryan would destroy him, which is an absolute fact. Don't come to me with anything else. That is a fact. Okay, that's just the way it is. The Miz just can't wrestle. That's just, he's... look. So, The Miz actually appears on the Titantron on his set of his show, Jizz and Jizz Den, that's what I call it. And he has security guards there. Oh, God. Of course I don't watch that show. I don't watch any reality show. I'm just not into reality shows because they're worse than wrestling. I'm sorry, they are. They're just worse than wrestling programs to me. Anyway, hiding. Coward. The Miz, yeah, you are hiding and you are a coward. And The Miz has the nerve to say that he's carried Daniel Bryan all his career. Like, whoa, wait. The Miz, no, you've actually degraded certain people. Whenever you got teamed up with someone or whatever, you degraded them. John Morrison, yeah, Mora Jizz. You have the Jizzing Truth with R-Truth, Show Jizz with the Big Show. You never elevated anyone's career. Everybody else elevated you. Seriously, that's just the way it is. Alex Riley, help me Riley, help me Riley. Yeah, everyone else that has associated with him has elevated him, not the other way around. And Daniel Bryan is no different. Daniel Bryan has held the WWE and or World Heavyweight Championships more than once. Anyway, it's funny how that BS, Daniel Bryan called him out. He's like, alright, sports entertainer turned Hollywood has already been done by men better than you. Okay, fact. Rock, yeah. He said he's not, you'll never be The Rock. You're not even going to be John Cena. Yeah, Rock, Cena, Hogan, Jesse Ventura, Roddy Piper. The list goes on and on as far as who's had movies and stuff like that. And yeah, those people are better than The Miz, hands freaking down. And then challenges The Miz for SummerSlam, but what does The Miz do? He declines, of course, and tells Daniel Bryan to let his contract expire, his career's over, the Yes Movement is dead, Team Hell No is dead, and actually calls him a crybaby by putting pictures and the sounds of babies on a Titantron, which was just so tasteless because it's like, wait a second here. Again, even Big Cass had more balls than you to go against Daniel Bryan. You have the least balls out of anybody in WWE history. At least other heels got in there sooner or later and actually did the work. The Miz just refuses because he fucking can't work and he can't wrestle. And it takes much more than Mike's skills to get a championship. If it were up to Mike's skills, guess what? Bobby Heenan would have been WWF champion. But it's not just about Mike's skills. You have to get it done in the ring, and The Miz can't. Simple as that. Charlotte versus Carmella. Well, what do you think happened here? Wow. Charlotte beat Carmella. Wow. And now we're going to have a triple threat at SummerSlam. And Becky doesn't look too happy about it in the back. So you hype up Becky in order to have this shit taken away from her. And no, Becky is not enough. We just got to add Charlotte in because Charlotte has nothing to do. Why don't you make it a fatal four-way and put Asuka in there if that's the case? Anyway, that was SmackDown Live, and I'm not too fond of it. I'm not too fond of this show. Of course, next week there most likely be announcement of The Miz versus Daniel Bryan, which The Miz better be destroyed at SummerSlam, and The Miz better not have anyone interfere. I wish this stipulation, if The Miz has someone interfere for him, The Miz gets fired. I wish that were a stipulation, because that would absolutely have to happen in order for him to beat Daniel Bryan. So, yeah. Anyway, do you think my opinions are full of shit? Please comment below. I mean, that's just... Man. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button, hit subscribe, set up that bell for notifications. If you're on Spreaker.com or Apple's iTunes, once again, thank you for joining along. And this SummerSlam quote-unquote hype, it's not really shit. Drop kicks, body slams, throwing motherfuckers over the top rope, both feet hitting the floor. Yes, I'm a wrestling fan. This is the theme, and the theme is go. Credits.